My name is Brian Rapp, and I'm going to be showing you how to use Hamachi to create a virtual local area network and enable file sharing on that network so that you always have your files on the go. To do this, you're going to need to have at least 2 PCs and a copy of Hamachi already downloaded. You can download it from hamachi.cc or do a quick Google search to find it. To begin the install, double-click the exe you've downloaded. You'll see the loading box. Welcome to the wizard. Click Next to begin. Read through the license agreement and make sure you agree with the terms before clicking the box and accepting the agreement and pressing Next. Here we have the installation directory, the start menu group, whether to start with Windows, and creating a shortcut on the desktop. On this next screen is the Security Vulnerabilities tab. Make sure that you leave this unchecked so that we can enable file sharing later on in the process. On this screen you can see the 3 different versions of Hamachi that you can install. For this tutorial we're going to be using the free basic version, so just select the basic version and press Next to begin installing. Here we are at the install screen. Now you kind of just wait to let it install. On some systems it'll take a couple minutes, on some systems it'll take a couple seconds. For the sake of the trial I've edited a little bit and sped it up. So click Next to go on to the next step. This is the final screen of the installation process. In some cases you'll need to actually reboot the computer before Hamachi has been fully configured. So if you have the option to reboot the computer, you need to do so before continuing on. We've made it to step 2. We've installed the Hamachi client and we're ready to create our first Hamachi network. Let's go on. Alright, as you can see in the lower bottom corner, there's a power on button for Hamachi. It'll get you situated and connected to the network. What you see up top is your Hamachi IP address, and underneath that is your computer's nickname address that we'll be using on the Hamachi network. You're going to want to remember the IP address for later because it's going to be crucial to making sure you can find your shared files. Now we're going to press the network button and go to create a new network. We're going to be prompted with a dialog box to select a network name. Choose whatever you think will be appropriate for your situation, and also a network password. Choose something that you're going to remember and is also going to be a strong password so that nobody can unintentionally get in. Press the create button when you've filled out both boxes and wait for Hamachi to connect to the network. After just a few seconds, you'll notice that you've been connected to the network and you're ready to go. Your computer is now fully functioning on the Hamachi network. We've made it to step 3. Now that we have the network running, we are ready to share our first hard drive. On your desktop, double-click your My Computer icon to open up your Explorer. Browse to the file or folder you'd like to share, and right-click it to pull up the context menu. On the right-click menu, you'll notice an option for Sharing and Security. Click that to open the Sharing and Security properties. On your first run of the Sharing and Security tabs, you'll notice this warning presented by the Windows operating system. It's basically just a safeguard to make sure that you're aware that you want to share your files. Click the underlined and grayed text to begin sharing your files. You'll notice the Sharing tab is now active and you can click on the box that says Share this folder on the network. After that, put in a meaningful name for the share name, as you're going to want to remember this and make it easier on yourself later. This next option for allowing network users to change My Files is a very important option. It's going to be most useful for people that need to access their data and change their data while they're on the road. But if you're not sure who's going to be connecting to your network and you kind of just have it open for friends, I would suggest you do not click this box. But if it's a private network for yourself, go ahead and check this to make sure that you have full access to your files. Press Apply to initiate the caching of the files. Wait a second before pressing OK. And now you'll notice you have like a little share icon on the folder, and you're now ready to go. Now we're on to step 4, which is joining the created network from a different computer. For this step, you're going to want to install Hamachi on your second computer and set it up and get it ready to go. Power on Hamachi just like you did before. Give it a few seconds to kick onto the Hamachi network, and now you'll notice your computer has a new IP, and click on the Join Existing Network this time because we're going to join the network that we've already created from before. This screen is going to look almost identical to the Create Network screen, so go ahead and fill in the information that you set up before, including your network name and also your password. When you've correctly filled out the information, press the Join button to get Hamachi ready to join the network you've already created. In just a few seconds, you'll notice that Hamachi is already connected to the network you've created before, and you'll be able to see the other computers that are on your network. By right-clicking on the computer, you can bring up a context menu that allows for different options, such as pinging, browsing, and chatting with the other computers on your network. This is the final step in ensuring portable data wherever you go. It's going to be mapping the shared hard drive. You're going to want to do this from your second computer that you've just joined your Hamachi network on, and probably the computer you're more likely to travel with. So, without further ado, let's move on. From your desktop, you're going to want to right-click on your My Computer icon and select the Map Network Drive option. This will bring up the Map Network Drive window. It'll let you assign a drive letter to the shared folder or hard drive you're trying to add, and also give you two different ways to find the drive you're looking for. You can do the browse method, which is oftentimes slow, but it provides a nice graphical user interface for sorting through all your data and looking for the files on your network. In this particular event, we're going to use the folder method and do a direct input right into the box. In the box, you're going to type 2 backslashes, the Hamachi address of the computer you're trying to connect to, followed by another backslash, and the folder name that you shared before. Now we're going to press finish, and everything's going to hopefully work itself out. You'll notice that in just a few seconds you'll be able to browse your folder and look at all your files on your other computer just like they were local. Once again, my name is Brian, and I just walked you through the process of using Hamachi to set up a virtual network to share your files wherever you go.